YouTube, what is good? Welcome back to another video, guys. Today I'm playing some Call of Duty World War II, except this time we're on the Xbox Series X. This game released on November 3rd of 2017, nearly making it 4 years old now. This game on the Xbox Series X looks fantastic and runs very smooth. This was Sledgehammer Games' second game in the Call of Duty franchise that they developed, and it was significantly different from their first game, which was Advanced Warfare for those of you that don't know. They really took it back to the roots of the original Call of Duty games, which was a boots on the ground war game. And overall, they definitely did a very good job with that. They introduced a bunch of different weapons, maps, and also brought back some as well. You guys will see in the gameplay here that this was the World War II version of Shipment, which is known to be an extremely iconic map and has been brought back in several different Call of Duties, just with a different setting. Something that I noticed that I thought was kind of surprising was the fact there was a lot of players on this game in all different game modes. So it was easy to find a lobby, and I got into a bunch of them very quickly with no problems at all. The reason I was surprised was because this game is definitely getting older now, and I just wasn't expecting to have so many players on, but the fact that there is definitely pretty cool because you can find a lobby with no issues at all. I remember when this game first came out that I was playing it a lot, but over time I really stopped playing it, and I don't know what the reason was. But overall, it was definitely a pretty cool game and introduced some new concepts that we hadn't seen before. One of those big ones being the headquarters. For those of you that don't know what the headquarters was, it was essentially just an area where you can free roam, and you can also open supply drops in it with your friends, and you can also do a 1v1. They had a little course for it, which was pretty cool. So this was something that we really hadn't seen before in a Call of Duty game, and it was definitely a really cool concept. Something else that was pretty unique about this game would have to be the game modes. They had a lot of different game modes, and they also introduced a couple new ones as well. One game mode that I always remembered being a lot of fun was the war game mode in this. It was very similar to the older ones, but it also had their World War II twist to it, which made it a lot of fun. If you guys had the opportunity to play this war game mode, I'm sure you remember how it worked. They also had some zombie game modes that were in multiplayer, but I never really played those too often, but they were definitely pretty cool. Something else that's definitely really cool about this game would have to be the guns. You know, when they have a World War II game or something of this sort, they're going to have some pretty old and cool guns that we all love. And that was the exact case with this game. They had a lot of cool weapons in the game that we all love, and they were fan favorites, and they also introduced a few that were definitely pretty cool. For those of you that haven't heard, there's been some rumors going on for Call of Duty 2021, and apparently the game is going to be World War II Vanguard, so we can definitely predict that it will be relatively similar to this game. Maybe not the game mechanics wise, but definitely when it came to the weapons and streaks, it would probably be pretty similar. So if you really enjoyed this game, as of right now, it's looking like Call of Duty 2021 will be a very similar game to this. So we'll just have to wait and see what Call of Duty 2021 is going to look like. Only time will tell. Going off the weapons in this game, they had something called divisions, which was something that we hadn't seen before. Divisions were something you were able to throw on every class, and there was 5 of them that you were able to choose from. Every individual division specialized in their own certain gun class. So for example, if you wanted to use a sniper, you would want to put on the mounted division because this would give you certain perks and benefits to the sniping category. So for another example, if you wanted to use SMGs, there was a specific division that specialized in the SMG category, and that division was specifically called the Airborne Division. And over time, when you use these divisions more and more, you would level them up. And the higher level you got them to, the more perks and attachments and extra things you got with that specific division. So this was something that was definitely pretty cool that we hadn't seen before, and it brought a big objective into the game, which was to get all the divisions to the highest level so that we were able to use them to our advantage. Something else that was definitely pretty cool about this game would have to be the maps for a couple reasons. The way they made the maps in this game was definitely unique and creative, and every map you played on definitely kept that World War II theme. You'll see sometime in other Call of Duties that they'll go out of theme with some of the maps and even some of the guns, but in this game they really kept consistent with it, which made it pretty cool. And almost all the maps in this game were definitely a lot of fun to play on. A lot of times in other Call of Duties, especially the ones that have the bigger maps, there's a lot of maps that aren't fun to play on, but in this game most of them definitely were. And I know there's a lot of people that always see a map and back out, so it's definitely a nice feeling when you don't have to do that and you can just play any map without any problems. Something else that was pretty cool about this game that I remember was the fact that they had a lot of customization, especially when it came to your character and your weapons. As I mentioned briefly earlier, they had supply drops in this game, and these supply drops gave you a bunch of different things when it came to either the multiplayer itself, and you can even get things for zombies in them. And on top of that, in other games you just see like a normal supply drop and then a rare supply drop. In this game, there were so many different supply drops that you're able to earn or even purchase from the store, and it was absolutely crazy. Some of the things that would come in supply drops, as I mentioned before, were camos for your gun, as well as crazy customizations for your player. And all of these things that you're able to get from the supply drops definitely made the game a lot more fun to play overall. Something else that was pretty interesting about this game was the fact when you wanted to prestige or do something of that sort, you had to go into the headquarters and speak to a specific in-game character in order to do so. And on top of that, when you got to a certain prestige, you were able to go into this VIP prestige area, which was definitely pretty cool. You would also go to this area to accept tasks, which basically were objectives that the game would give you, and you would get a reward for it, such as XP. Something else that was interesting about this game was that they had their own zombies game mode in it. Now, as I mentioned before, the creators of this game were Sledgehammer Games, so their last take in zombies was in Advanced Warfare, which was the Exo Zombies, and this was significantly different. I didn't play that much zombies in this game overall when it came to the DLCs, but I did play the original map, and it definitely was a pretty fun experience. This was around the time where all the Call of Duty companies were making their own type of zombies, seeing which one everyone liked the most, so it was definitely new and interesting. It definitely wasn't anything crazy like Black Ops Zombies with Easter eggs and the way the maps worked, but I mean, it did it for this game for the year. With that being said though, it was definitely very unique, and it introduced a few things that we hadn't seen before in zombies, which some people liked and others didn't. Something else that was definitely pretty cool about this game would have to be the campaign. Campaign missions in this game were definitely very detailed and action-packed, and it brought you right into it. If you guys had the opportunity to play the campaign, you would definitely remember it being a fun experience overall, and especially now on the Xbox Series X, I was playing some missions the other day, and they look fantastic, which really makes the overall experience of the game better. The game is running on 60 FPS on the Xbox Series X now, so that is definitely contributing to the fact of how good the game looks. So overall, my experience of hopping back on Call of Duty World War II on the Xbox Series X has been great, and I definitely recommend you hop on if you have the game lying around and you are wondering how it plays and looks. It's definitely nice knowing you're going to be able to find a lobby with no problems at all, because there's a lot of people playing the game on an older Call of Duty that you really enjoyed. Something to note is that this is my original Xbox One World War II disc that I just threw into my Xbox Series X, and I had it download with no problems at all. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys played this game a lot or if you even liked it at all. With all that being said, if you guys did go on to enjoy today's video, definitely drop a like down below and subscribe to see some more Call of Duty content like this. I've came out with a bunch of other Call of Duties on the Xbox Series X, so if that's something you guys are interested in, I'm going to link the playlist down below so you guys can check it out. And also let me know down in the comments below what Call of Duties I haven't done yet and which ones you guys want to see. And I can definitely drop a video to show you guys what they're looking like in 2021 and on a next gen console. With all that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.